Hello and welcome to the 11th Top Gear special, which for once is actually being transmitted quite close to the birthday of baby Jesus.
Unless you're watching a repeat.
Yes, James, unless you're watching a repeat.
Well, it's quite confusing.
Anyway, 2014 marked the 60th anniversary of the cheap-to-make maximum bangs for your buck small block V8. And the producers thought it would be a good idea for us to celebrate the moment.
Yes, especially since, as a lot of people are saying, owing to environmentalism, the need for greater fuel economy, the V8 could soon be a thing of the past.
Quite. So the producers told us to buy 3 old V8 powered cars and report with them to a hotel near the town of Bariloche, here in Argentina. This was the meeting point in the middle of what's billed as Argentina's Lake District. And I was the first to arrive in a magnificent Porsche 928 GT. That is quite a view, and this is quite a car. I have always loved 928s because they were just so futuristic. I mean, this car is 23 years old, and it looks like it was designed yesterday. And it was the last good-looking car that Porsche ever made, and although it's a V8, it's quiet and dignified and elegant. If this were a person, it would go to embassy cocktail parties and know many things. Traditional V8s would push you in the swimming pool and then fart and think it was funny. Traditional V8s, well, like this, for example, they're brash and they're loud and they're childish. What have you done, Hammond?
There it is. Not just a V8, the definitive V8.
Is it?
Ford Mustang, the Mach 1. Look at it.
It's a bit
It's brilliant.
unnecessary.
No, it's not. That's the whole point of it. It's stripped down. Everything on it is functional.
Is
purpose.
it?
Yes.
This rear spoiler, what does it do?
Nothing.
Does the front splitter do anything?
No.
Racing fuel filler cap?
No, it's just a cover.
Is the engine 19 feet long?
No, it's not.
Why then has it got a 19-foot bonnet?
Well, because they decided they wanted to make the Mustang bigger in 71. So they did. And they did that by just making it bigger.
This is all just pointless.
No, it's bigger. That is the Ram Air, and that's an Edelbrock carb underneath it, the plenum there, it works.
I mean, if I were 9, it would be tremendous. But I'm not. I mean, it's all just preposterous.
It's brilliant, is what it is. It's the essence of V8-ness.
Should we just turn our attention now to the elephant that isn't in the room?
Yeah.
Captain Lost. What do you...
I don't know. I've been thinking, I don't know.
Had to be a V8, so
Yep.
I thought it'd be a Mercedes. He'll have gone like he did in Botswana, solid.
I reckon he's gone for Range Rover.
In fact, we couldn't have been more wrong. No way! That is not him.
Not serious.
He's gone completely mad.
Oh God, he thinks he's Bond.
He does think he's Bond. Don't say anything about his suit.
No.
Hi. Gentlemen, the Lotus Esprit
Isn't it?
twin turbo V8.
Have you been on a Top Gear special before?
I've seen you on
Yes.
them. You have, I've seen you there.
This
I have.
definitely
I
was.
have.
James, they're tough.
Yeah.
Some viewers don't know this, but Lotus does not have a good reputation for quality. Some say that this stands for lots of trouble, usually serious.
It has a hand-built V8 engine with 2 turbochargers designed by a specialist, small British car-making company, and that is a byword for reliability and motoring pleasure. We know
It's
that.
not, and you know that.
Should we just run through some of the detailing on it? The door
Carry
handles on this model are from a Vauxhall Cavalier.
Correct.
Door mirrors are from a Citroën.
Don't touch it.
The gearbox in this is from a Renault 25.
Correct.
Because that was the best gearbox they could find, or the only one that would fit.
It was the only one that would fit.
And of course the body is made from exactly the same material as a lavatory seat.
or a bucket.
Anyway, have you finished being envious of my car? If I could move on. The Porsche 928.
Yes.
Fascinating. Hammond! Wowzers! I do like that in a slightly Richard Hammondy sort of way. Is that a Mach 1?
It certainly is. Yeah.
Look at that. Tell me that isn't magnificent.
Indeed boring.
It
No,
isn't.
I'm glad it's grey, though.
Why?
Well, because it's very businesslike. You can advise me on my mortgage later on.
I am, as always, the voice of reason and wisdom on this programme.
We could have bickered forever, but at this point, our challenge arrived.
You will now drive 130 miles to the house where Butch Cassidy lived when he was on the run from the law. 130 miles?
Hang on, that's it?
Somewhere
I thought there was going to be another, you know, there's usually the other paragraph.
To where Butch Cassidy lived.
I love Butch Cassidy. My favourite film in the entire world is Butch Cassidy. And all I've got to do is drive a Porsche 928 130 miles to get there, on road.
Try saying it this way. All he's got to do is drive a Lotus Esprit 130 miles.
I can see now where they're going with this.
Yeah. They've tailored it for you.
Amazed at the apparent easiness of our challenge, we fired up the V8s and plunged into the magnificence of Argentina's heartland.
The roads are lovely, proper roads, paved, very pretty. I think the producers have lost it.
I'd turn over if I were you. I wouldn't watch this. 3 comfortable middle-aged men driving lovely cars. That's not really very good television.
So, situation report, I have 128 miles to go, but everything's working. The road is very nice. We're going to have to spin this out a bit.
To do just that, we decided to talk about our cars.
This particular Mustang came along at a really critical time for the V8 because this was 1971. In 1972, America started introducing all sorts of restrictions because of emissions and fuel, and they strangled them. So many people regard 71 as the last proper year of the full-on, full-bore, full-roar V8.
Hammond and Clarkson are absolutely right. The Lotus is a risk. Of course the Porsche will work. It was made by Porsche. They're more German than normal Germans when it comes to doing things properly. They're brilliant at it. But it's a bit safe, it's a bit great, it's a bit business-like. The Mustang will work because it's just a piece of American clog iron. It's low stress, designed to run all day. This, yes, this came from Norfolk. This was built by blokes. Of course it's fragile. Well, that's what makes it interesting. And it's the best looking, and it's the fastest, and it's the reddest.
I know Hammond and May think my 928 Porsche is a bit dull. But for one very good reason, it isn't dull to me.
You see, back in 1994, I was living in London. I got a call one evening from my mum to say that my dad was desperately ill in a hospital in